All right, so yesterday, the largest crypto hack ever was performed by a North Korean hacker group, and I looked into it. I want to tell you exactly how they pulled it off. They stole $1.46 billion worth of Ethereum, about just over 400,000 Ethereum, from the third largest crypto exchange called ByBit. Despite ByBit having some strong security procedures like multi-signature custody, they were hacked because their employees signed off on a malicious transaction. The hacker group pulled this off through social engineering and a technique called UI spoofing. Essentially, the UI and front end of a website that is shown to the employees as they approve a transaction does not match the back-end operations of that click and approval. In order to pull off such a sophisticated attack, the North Korean hacker group must have gotten malicious software onto each of the key employees' computers so that when they went to transfer any sort of money from one of their main cold storage wallets, they could swap the back-end functionality of that approval at the same time for 3 out of the 5 signers that are signing off on said transaction. For those of you who aren't developers, what's shown to you on a website doesn't always have to match what's going on in the back end. Well, essentially, these employees got so used to a pattern of shifting money around through these huge wallets that they didn't realize that what was going on in the back end had been swapped and changed out by these hackers. There are a few security measures that ByBit could have implemented to prevent this attack, like manually checking the hex data, or even just having a delay before the signing off of transactions in order to do a due diligence process. But essentially, these employees were so used to shifting money around and everything looked the same that they just went ahead and approved everything. And what these North Koreans were able to do is they were able to attach a smart contract, basically like an extra agreement that's snuck into a contract, but digitally in this case, that allowed them access to those funds of that big wallet. So they drained that big wallet of $1.46 billion of Ethereum. And now, because it's a decentralized network, no one's able to claw back the funds. The funds are unfortunately lost. And ByBit suffered $6 billion of withdrawals, over 400,000 withdrawals across their platform. And luckily, they were solvent enough to honor all these withdrawals. They claim to be solvent enough to make up for the loss. I mean, this is a huge exchange, and they do have a lot of ability to pull credit. So I think they're going to be fine in the long run. There's a lot for firms to learn from such an expensive lesson, but it really comes down to employees' lack of training and really simple security hacks and breaches that occur, not so much sophisticated DNS attacks or on-chain hacks or takeover of the network. Essentially, crypto systems are really secure. What's the problem is that people are running these companies. And unlike banking, there's no insurance, there's no clawbacks, there's no take-back skis when something goes wrong. This isn't the first, and it certainly won't be the last hack that's successfully pulled off against a major crypto exchange. And honestly, with a prize of over $1 billion, I don't blame hackers for getting together and targeting these firms. It's really up to the firms to have stronger security protocols to prevent such large losses in the future. If you're someone who holds crypto, you don't really have to be worried about an event like this. This is actually just going to make the industry stronger and better. And it's just some cool information about the largest crypto hack that was ever pulled off. All right, be well.